Okay, if you guys remember, it's been a little while. I left off on the Mustang. We had put a patch in back there. We had placed the floor panel back there. Underneath my welding helmet, you can see the fresh metal. We had done a piece there, much like we did here on the passenger side. Right there. So I had said someone had put a piece in on the passenger side, the rear, and I said in the videos a while back that I was going to leave it if it looked good to me, and I'd get in there and dig around and see what I'd find. Well, I brought out my trusty scraper and started digging. I can see where they've, if you look carefully, you can see it's a tack. They've tacked over the rust. You know, they've just sealed it along here, and there's no point me digging the sealer out anymore, because if you look, they've gone along here, look at rust right through. They didn't even go over top of the rust with the piece they made. I don't know what they're doing. Maybe they're out of metal. They just laid down what they could, and then they just sealed up with all this tar and shit. So I'm going to get in here now and cut all this out and clean this up and make it proper. Had it been looking okay, I would have left it, because like I say, this gentleman's just building a nice little cruiser. He's not building a show car by no means. But we can't leave that, and it's too difficult to fix it, so we're going to cut it out. And plus, not only that, if you look at the piece they put in, look at how it's got a ridge here and a ridge here. It's not even the proper floor pan piece for this. This is what it should look like over there. It should be just like that. So we're going to fix this so they match. Okay, we'll continue on and we'll get through. So we've started cutting away here, or I have started cutting away. I always cut, like I say, less than more, because I like to trim it back. Obviously we still got this I got to cut in here. But as I get in here and chisel away, look at brazing, the more I look at it carefully, this is all peeled back, it's not even welded up. This is your seat, where your seat would bolt down. Underneath that you got your floor, so if you want to replace your floor, you got to take this piece out, realistically. This side here, if you remember in the past videos, I ground it all down underneath. It's good solid metal, so I left it alone under there. So it's beautiful, but I don't know if we can see this. If I get underneath here, I don't know if you can see, but you can see all the floor is gone. So it looks like we will be removing this piece, and we'll just do a complete floor pan right in here. So we'll have to get all this cleaned up. So I won't be just getting this piece in here today, but what we're going to do is get everything cut up, tidied up, maybe put a little bit of bracing in, and we'll at least get it prepped and ready to go so we can get the pan in it tomorrow, hopefully. And then don't forget you got torque boxes to go up underneath there, but that'll be for a different video at a different time. We'll get into that. Right now we're going to get into just getting this all cleaned up and prepared on the little Mustang here. So we will continue on. So I've taken the seat riser part out, which is laying right there, and obviously you can see what we see underneath. It's just all rotten. So we're going to get all this cut out of here now. We're going to get cleaned up around here. We're going to clean up all the floors that we're going to keep. You can see where I drew a line right there. That's where the new floor pan is going to come in. Of course, I'm always going to cut a couple inches below that, fit my floor pan in, cut a bit more, fit my floor pan in, then on the third cut, boom, bang, we're going to weld her up solid by butt welding it. So anyway, we're going to do some more cutting here and see where we wind up. And of course, obviously, before the floor goes in, we'll clean up all the rails, rust treat them, paint them, do all that kind of shit. And we'll also get into looking at the torque box under here. So what I'm doing here next, guys, because I always tell you about how I pre-fit things, this is the floor pan the way it came. I don't know why they wouldn't have brought it up further, to be honest, because we need it to go up further. If you see, we've got some rust there, and I don't know why they cut it around there, but they do. But anyway, we'll deal with that situation when we can. But see how I've laid the floor pan in, and I'm drawing a line here. That's the line you saw earlier. And I'm cutting below that. If I can lift this out of here, and you can see what I mean. See down in there, if you can see that where I'm filming. I don't know. Let me just get this out of here. No, that'll work. That'll work. Okay, so there was my line. But I was drawing across there. And see, there's still this much more to cut. This much more to cut out of here. But I lay everything in, and I mark it. Now what I'll do is I'll cut a little more. Then I'll lay it in one more time until I'm left with maybe like 1/4 of an inch underneath this floor pan sill. So if you can imagine, let's see here, I can do this with one hand. Okay, I may not have an exact spot, but I'm just showing you. So if you remember, I just showed you the floor was way down. Here's the top of this pan. The floor's still way down here. This is where the floor is still right now. I'm going to cut it till it's around right here. Then I'm going to set this floor pan in. This floor pan is going to be sitting on that much of metal, like a 1/4 inch of it. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly take my zip cut wheel and cut as I go along. That metal's going to fall down on the ground. I'm going to push that in place. I'm going to go tack over here, tack, way apart here, tack, and it's going to get butt welded in nicely, if you know what I'm saying. And that way it's holding the floor up at the same time as I'm cutting it. It's falling down, but I've done the tack, but this is still holding the floor up, so I'm not losing it. So that's what we're going to do. I don't know, but before I even do that, I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do up here. I didn't realize that this pan came like that, but I can fix that up. That is, it's only metal. I can cut and weld a piece on there. It's all good. I can make a piece like that right here on the brake and with my roller. So, but before we can even do any of that, what we got to do next is we're going to clean up. I've started cleaning up all the frame rails inside, get them all cleaned up and get our rust treatment in there and get that all sprayed. Same as back in here. This piece actually is a separate piece that comes down that I need to repair first and fix that before the floor pan could go in, and I'll try and shoot all my rust treatment up in there too. So that's where we're at right now. So that is what is going to happen here next. Okay guys, so we're going to end this video now because by the time all this dries up in here, it's going to be quitting time. No, this wasn't an all-day job, of course. I've just shown you this at the end of the day when we were working on it. Started on this afternoon. So I fixed a little rust hole that was there. Cleaned it all up in there the best I could. Got in there, put our rust treatment down, and put our black rust paint underneath over top of that. And away we go. So now, we'll let that dry up. I made the piece. This is a separate piece that comes down to this piece. I've made this piece. I got it sitting off to the side. I've sprayed the back side of it, letting it dry up. So tomorrow I'll put this piece in. We'll continue this video. I guess tomorrow we'll do another one for you then maybe. And we'll start to get the floor pan tacked in place and this cut away. And I'll show you what goes on. So anyway, there's a little example of what's going on here today on the Mustang. So there we go. So that's it. So again, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Remember, oldtimegarage.ca if you're looking for Christmas items, t-shirts, decals, beer cozies. I know I keep pushing it only because people keep giving me orders now and they're like, Rick, I got to get this order in before Christmas. And I'm like, I just sent orders out yesterday, Monday, whatever the date was, what, the 14th or 13th, whatever it was. And when I mailed them, they said to me right now, probably going to see them like on the 23rd. And if not, you're going to see them right after Christmas. So I'm just putting the word out there because I don't want to be to blame if you order something you don't get it on time. That's it. Watch us on Facebook, Old Time Garage, and on Instagram, Rick's_Old Time Garage. Remember, it's always good time at Old Time, and we'll see you next time.